And, of course, the chat is big again, but they're here.
Everybody's here now, but this is great. So, listen, guys, sorry for the delay. A lot of gremlins going on over here. A lot of gremlins. A ton of gremlins. My Skype is all screwed up. His background was screwed up. Everything's screwed up today. Full moon?
Technical difficulties today. I think we had a full moon. I think that's why I got my scully on. It might be the weather. It's like, all right, let me tell you something right now. And by the way, thank you for everybody for tuning in. Cameron Hill, Cushman, Sexy Goat, Andy Garcia, Caesar, Midwest, LA, Thane. Thank you for everybody for tuning in. Please hit that thumbs up for Mr. Baddog. But anyway, I took an Uber to work today. And Uber's got this new thing now. Have you ever taken an Uber before?
No, I'm not. I'm not taking it.
Okay, well, usually what you would imagine is it drops you off at your house, right?
Yes.
So Uber's got this new policy now where if you take a pool, so I took a pool because it was like $8 cheaper.
Yep.
They could drop you off like a half a mile away from your house and you got to walk because it was easier for him to get to the next stop. So I had to walk in 5-degree weather back to my apartment in the freezing cold.
Ah, that's beautiful. That's not what it is here. It's freezing here too. It's ridiculous. But so sorry about the delay, guys. And what we figured we would do, since this is a shorter show, obviously by about a half an hour tonight. And honestly, we've covered a lot of stuff, and we've talked about the Super Bowl. We've talked about the draft. Well, lots going on. We released Connor Barwin. I mean, that's not really big news. So what we figured we would do tonight, it's not going to be a nonsense thing, but we figured we would go to you guys in the chat. And if you want to ask us sports-related questions, it doesn't need to be football necessarily, but football, baseball, basketball, whatever. We figured we would do a Q&A with you guys, sports-related, nothing stupid. Thank you so much for the super. QC, you the man, brother, the man.
QC is the best.
He is. He's the best. He does go to everybody's live stream.
He's the man.
This man is I'm waiting for him to start live streaming himself.
Yeah.
That's what I'm waiting.
Yeah. But like he said, you guys are gonna ask us. A lot of times when we do these shows, we talk back and forth and we don't get enough interaction with the chat. So tonight, sports-related questions, no dolphin nonsense. Ask your questions.
That's Friday. That's Friday on his channel.
Yeah, ask your questions and we will do our best to answer them. Who do you want? He wants the Patriots, I want the Rams.
Yeah, listen, Bobby said he's going to send me a bottle of scotch if the Patriots won.
So
I want
you really want the Patriots, yeah?
Yeah.
What's up, Afghanistan? Yeah, exactly, Rayvon. Let's not do that. Let's not do that, Rayvon.
Where I didn't see what Rayvon said.
Let's not talk about
yeah. My favorite Super Bowl Raphael is the one that I streamed the other night or Monday. It was Super Bowl 25. That's my favorite Super Bowl.
All right, Joe Lutz has a good question there. He says, Chris and Kev, how important is it for the Giants to sign tackle Darrell Williams from the Panthers? I think it's huge. Yeah, I mean, I think he's going to call from. I hopefully have my offensive line video up tomorrow. I have all the research done. I just got to film it. But I think he's going to cost about 10. There you go. There's some super chats for you.
Oh my God! Thank you, One Giant Rebuttal. This is my two favorite YouTubers. We appreciate that, my man.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. And Bobby says your bottle of Macallan's going to be picked up on the way from my. You're the man, Bobby. Thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you for all the super chats. You don't have to send me a bottle of scotch, man. I can't. But he says, "What's your favorite scotch?" And tell me. I'm like, "Don't go out and buy that." I got you. Bobby, you're the freaking man. Thank you so much for everything, man. I really appreciate you.
Yeah, but I just don't want to forget Joe's question. Darrell Williams, I think it's imperative because I think they need to shore up the right tackle position, and I don't think they're going to take a tackle in the first round. I really don't. So if they're not going to, I think it's important that they do it in free agency. And he, I think, is a perfect fit because Gettleman drafted him in 2015. He is a very good offensive lineman. He missed a lot of time this year because of an injury, but he was graded, I think, in 2017, he was graded the third best right tackle in all of football. And you're probably going to get him at a little bit of a discount because of the injury. So I like him.
I like him too. And I think you pretty much covered it. I think, it would save us from having to draft one.
Yeah. Exactly.
So we could
and he's still young.
Go pass rusher.
I think he's like 26. He's still young.
Yeah. So we could go pass rusher then.
Yeah.
So, Joe, man, thank you so much for the super chat, brother. I appreciate it. I don't know what the hell that means.
I just want to say to Joe, he made that video for me today. It came out great, Joe, and I want to say thank you for that because a lot of my subscribers enjoyed it. So thank you.
Yeah, like I said, William Watson's done mine. All I do is rage. At least yours is funny. Mine, I say to him, I go, can you make something that don't make me look like a psycho? I mean, I know I am one, but people that don't know me, like, that guy's crazy. Yes, I am, but my God, you don't have to put all the craziness in one freaking video.
It means get the shovels in Italian.
It doesn't. I knew it was Italian, but no Parlo Italiano, Joe. I'm sorry.
Brandon Rogers in the house. Scott Thomas in the house. What's going on? Jeffrey in the house.
Jeffrey in the house. Sam Dog, the infamous 253, says, do you think they will be heavy on officiating next season? It's a great question, Sam, because the officiating has been as bad as I've ever seen it this year. And I'm not just talking about the playoffs. I mean, that game against Carolina, even though we lost in a 63-yarder, I remember that was the one game where I actually said I thought the officials cost the Giants the game.
Yeah, that was a horribly officiated game.
Awful. And it's been like that all year. So, I mean, I don't know. Hopefully they do something about the officiating. I don't really know what they can do, but hopefully they do something about it.
Yeah. See, Gangrene David's in the house. What's going on?
There's some long names in here. That one guy who clogs the toilet and says nothing, and then the one that just asked a question, Sam the Dog, infamous 253.
I see QC's got a question there. He says, do you think my Diamondbacks went too far with getting rid of all the key players they did? Pollock, Corbin, Goldschmidt, and whatever else. I missed the rest of it. But
JD Martinez.
Yeah, I'm not a Pollock guy. The Mets were interested in wanting him. The guy never stays healthy, so I wouldn't have signed him. I think they got a pretty good deal. The team that signed him, I forget who. Oh, the Dodgers. They got him for like $12 million a year, 4 or 5 years. But I'm not a Pollock guy, and I think he benefits from playing in Arizona. So for him, I think it was good riddance. I'm not a big Pollock guy. Goldschmidt, of course, is great, but I'm not sure what the contract he got was.
Yeah, I just don't know if the Diamondbacks could afford him. I mean, that could be why they traded him, QC. I mean, if the Diamondbacks aren't a big market team, so it would be hard to. I mean, JD Martinez got a ton of money from the Red Sox.
Yeah, oh my God. Yeah.
And so, Pollock got a good contract. So, I mean, Goldschmidt, obviously. I see. It's good on you, Jeffrey. Jeffrey Abbey says, I want to let you know, Baddog, I was wrong about Kyler Murray's arm. Check more film. He can throw it. My mistake.
Oh, he could definitely throw it. Yeah, he could definitely.
Fire it!
Yeah. What do we got? Let's go. Oh, thank you, Goquan. I appreciate that. Stuck in the 80s got a question. He says, who do we got in the NBA Finals? I'll go Warriors, Celtics.
I'll go Warriors, Raptors.
Yeah, Raptors definitely could, for sure.
Marcus Greaves asks, where do you think Bryce Harper will land?
Phillies. I mean, that's what all the rumors are saying. And it seems like that's the most likely landing spot. And if he lands there, I think he's going to hit 55, 60 home runs in that ballpark.
I have a feeling he's going back to Washington.
You think so?
I have a feeling he's going back there.
Yeah,
I do.
Because if he's not blown away, he might as well stay where his heart is.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's always said he wanted to be a Yankee, but it doesn't look like the Yankees.
The Yankees aren't interested in him, and I don't know why. We need the left-handed bat in there to break up all the righties. We're all right-handed. Judge is a righty. Stanton's a righty. Sanchez is a righty.
The thing is, if you added him, what do you make? Stanton a full-time DH?
You put Harper at first.
Put Harper at first, yeah.
Or you could put Harper. I mean, they could trade Hicks and put Harper in center.
Yeah, it just seems like it's not his best fit.
What up, Mustard Bus is in the house.
Mustard Bus, and we're going on his channel tomorrow, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So that should be fun.
Yes.
My favorite baseball stadium I've ever been to. I wouldn't say it's my favorite to watch a game because it's actually a horrible place in terms of vantage point to watch a game. But Fenway Park, to me, when I walked in that ballpark, it was amazing. That's my favorite stadium I've ever been to.
You know what's funny? I agree.
Yeah,
I love Fenway. Hate the Red Sox. Hate them. Love Fenway Park. Fenway Park is so. I mean, obviously the old Yankee Stadium is my favorite. The new Yankee Stadium. I hate what they did to it, but Fenway is it's a special ballpark. It is. I mean, I hate the Red Sox, but I love their ballpark. I also went to Washington. I think they have a really nice ballpark,
I've never been there. I want to go to that.
Really nice ballpark in Washington.
It looks nice.
Yeah, it does.
What's up, Mustard Bus? What's going on, Sleeping Angels? So anybody that's just coming in, we ran a little late tonight. So tonight we're just taking questions from the chat. It's sports-related questions. No Dolphins, none of that, but serious sports-related questions.
Save your nonsense for Friday on Chris's channel.
Yes.
What did I just see?
Favorite stadium in general, still Fenway for me.
Yeah, I Fenway's really nice. It is. It's a good. It's just a nice ballpark. I mean, it's a lot of history there. I missed the guy. I don't know where he went.
Joe Moose wants to know what you think of the Jets next year.
What do I think of the Jets? Not much.
I see.
Honestly, I don't. This is the thing. I think that we have to see what the Jets do in the offseason. We got to see if the Jets can get Le'Veon Bell and shore up their offensive line, they're gonna be good. Man, Mustard Bus, thank you so much for the super chat, brother. Really, really appreciate you. 9 o'clock. Well, that's a little early for me.
Yeah, a little early for me too. Not around the same time that we normally start, 9:45.
Right, because Chris works and my wife and kid go to bed about 9:30. So,
but I see that. I just want to say hello to Kendra. I saw she popped in.
Yes, she can't call in tonight. She popped in my stream last night. Sorry, can't call me. She likes to call you. But it's everyone was making fun of you, saying you were blushing the other day. By the way, if anyone is new to the channel by any chance in here, please hit the like and hit the subscribe. Make sure you go into the description, click on the Entertainah Talkin Sports. The link to his channel's in there. The link to both of our Twitters are in there. So if you guys have the Twitters and you're on the Twitters and you want to follow us on the Twitters, both of them are in there. So make sure you do that. And again, if you want to help out my channel, you shop Amazon.com. Link to my Amazon storefronts in there as well.
Sperm cell talking porn.
Thank you. I appreciate it. We've got a lot of people talking porn in our stream.
I don't think they'll sweep the AFCs. I mean, I hope. But realistically, I don't think so.
Jerry Smooth says best player in Major League Baseball. We're gonna.
I gotta still go Trout.
Yep, there you go. I knew we were gonna agree on that.
Yeah, you gotta go Trout.
I like Trout.
Yeah,
like Trout.
How do we feel about Tyrell Williams getting cut? Tyrell, I mean, he's kind of expendable there. I don't know his contract situation, but I don't know how much he was due. So if it made sense to cut him, I don't blame them for cutting him. He's. I mean, the only reason he really flourished that 1 year for the Chargers was because Keenan Allen got hurt.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know much like you. I don't know much about the Chargers cap situation, but obviously he probably was expendable. So.
What did you think of the cut the Giants made? They cut what's his name?
Connor Barwin.
Connor Barwin, yeah.
Again, expendable. I forgot he was even on the team till the end of the year.
He didn't play.
I know. I forgot he was even there. I swear to God, I think Gettleman brought a couple of these guys in just to mentor some of these young players. I think he brought Barwin in there to mentor, the B.J. Hills and the Lorenzo Carters, and I think he brought in Jonathan Stewart, who's probably going to get cut next,
right?
To kind of mentor Saquon Barkley. I really think that's what they were there for, more locker room guys than actually performance on the field.
Yeah, I agree with you. Jonathan Stewart's got to be cut next.
Yep.
Barwin. Well, no, I don't care about the player. I'm just saying it was a good move because it saved us $1.5 million.
Right.
Yeah.
The Knicks stink, someone said up there. Yeah, that's very true. Thank you, Go Quan, for throwing those in there.
The Twitters.
Yeah, Nelson says, can Adivino strike out Babe Ruth every at bat? He did say that.
I didn't know that, Kid Blue. I mean, I knew he was going to be cut. I didn't know he was already cut.
I didn't know he was cut either.
So there's $4 million in savings there now.
All right, perfect. Mustard Bus, man. Thank you. Thanks for the super chat, brother. He says Gettleman, boo. Why do you say Gettleman?
Cooper says he likes the Tough Mudder shirt. Yeah, I've run a full marathon and a Tough Mudder, and I'll tell you, the Tough Mudder was tougher than the full marathon.
You freaking ran a full marathon?
26.2.
Are you sick in the head? Who the hell does that?
I did. I ran in Philadelphia. I got 2 cheesesteaks after.
Yeah, you should have had 4. You earned it. Damn, man, I didn't know that. It's pretty freaking. I did sub you, Cushman. I'm pretty sure I subbed to you.
It was like 3 or 4 years ago, but
that's
when I was
crazy,
in better shape.
Man. That's freaking awesome. I didn't know you were. I was a sprinter, so me, it's like one shot done.
Yeah, I didn't train as much as I should have. I would have done. I ran it about 4.5 hours. But I probably could have done it in under 4 if I would have trained. But
Jesus. Freaking nuts. Well, I can lift more than you.
You definitely can. Yeah, you definitely can.
That's awesome, though, man. I can't believe you. That's a hell of an accomplishment.
Yeah, I want to do it again.
Hard time driving 26 miles.
Yeah. I want to do the one I want to do next is the one in Disney World because it's pretty cool. You run through all the parks.
One of the women I work with does that.
Oh, does she?
February. Yep, she does it every year. She goes in for every year and runs through all the parks. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, you got a QC. Definitely had to sub you up. I got to check out your bars, man. We got to get together. I got to write you something, a rap.
Did I actually, Chris Sonora, I actually pulled my hammy during the Tough Mudder. I shouldn't say pulled it, but I got the worst. I tell you, the Tough Mudder, it's only 13 miles, the one I did. I think they now have like an option where you can do 4 miles or 5 miles. But when I did it, it was only 13 miles. I had to go to Jersey. I got to about 10 miles, and then I started cramping up. And I literally had to punch my leg because the Charlie horse was that bad to try to make it go away. It wouldn't go away. I had a Charlie horse for the last 3 miles.
Cramps are awful. The Charlie horses, oh my God. MH says, sorry for being late. I'm loyal with all my Kyler Murray no homo love. Well, you're not late, MH. We were late today, so that's why tonight it's more of a sports Q&A with you guys because I had problems with my damn Skype. I couldn't get in there. I had to re-sign in. I had to download it again. Chris was having problems putting the background in the thing, so we both had some gremlins. It was mostly my error, though. I tried to wait like 20 minutes to get going, so we figured we would just go to you guys. Do I think Barkley can have a 2,000 rushing yard season?
Sure. I don't know if he will, but he could.
I think he definitely can.
Yeah, he definitely can, for sure.
Oh, man, Detonator, thank you so much for the super chat, brother. I appreciate it. What's up, y'all? I had bowling tonight. Love you guys. Love you. Even though you're a Jets fan, yeah, I can deal with the Jets fans.
We'll give him a pass.
I bowl too, though, so, you know.
No, we'll give him a pay. He comes on my channel all the time. He calls me. I love Detonator.
Yeah, he's good. He's good dude.
What's going on, Arthur? There you go. Try to get Arthur to 200 subs, by the way. I was in his stream earlier trying to support his channel. He's got about 180. Go on in there and sub him up.
Yeah, sub up Arthur. He's a Laker fan, like me.
Sperm cell, I don't hate you. Why would I hate you, Sperm cell?
Everyone thinks I'm a damn Laker. Somebody said to me today, and one of the things he said, I got your P.O. box, Warriors hats on the way.
What?
Like, I don't stream the Warriors games. But I was going to do that game tomorrow night, but we're going to Mustard Bus's channel. I'd rather do that anyway.
Well, if you got something planned, I'll just go there.
No. I had that planned. That's when I said I'm not going to do it. I'm going to go to do the Mustard Bus thing. I'd rather hang out with you and Mustard Bus anyway. It's not the Lakers, so why am I going to bother, Spring? But I had so many people like, oh, I'm going to send you this, I'm going to send you that. I go to my P.O. box. There ain't nothing in there.
Right. Yeah, you get those fakers. Ron Effect's granddad's in the chat. I got 3 of my friends to sub to. Cooper, I really appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Ron Effect's granddad says, if you don't think the Giants will win the next 30 Super Bowls, you're a fake fan.
Hey, sexy dog and dolphin lover, do you think my Cowboys will make the playoffs?
Next year?
Can't answer it yet.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's hard to answer anything for next year because we don't know the cuts, we don't know the free agent signings, we don't know the draft. So it's really hard to say what a team's going to do next year because you're going to have a bunch of different pieces in there. Baker Mayfield's in the chat. He says I'm winning Rookie of the Year.
We'll see, Baker. Obviously, if you saw my video, I said Saquon's going to win, but I'm not going to be upset if Baker wins. I think he's just as deserving, so it could go either way.
I agree.
Yeah.
And the Polar Vortex doesn't want you to get Laker stuff. It's a Knicks fan. Also, Chris, you all good from the cramp.
Oh, Chris, yeah. I mean, it was like 3 years ago, the Tough Mudder. It wasn't like today.
Right.
You graduated from law school 6 years ago. What have you been doing since? Studying for the bar.
Yeah, exactly, QC. You got to know all the off-season acquisitions, the draft. Can't judge it yet.
You got to know you got to know the team you're going into the season with. Yeah. We have no idea what our team is going into the season. Anybody for that matter.
Who gets AD?
Well, Cooper says, you guys think AD and goes to LA and Kyrie doesn't re-sign with Boston, there's a chance he reunites with Bron.
Sure. There's a chance. I mean, I think Kyrie came out, I think it was a week ago, and he said that he wouldn't mind playing with Bron again. So it's kind of opening up the door. And Lonzo Ball came out today. We should say that briefly. He said he wouldn't mind playing for the New York Knicks.
Yeah. Yes, he did. Real quick, just Joel Warrior says, what positions do you think the Giants will go after? Love your channel, man. Thank you, Joel Warrior. I appreciate that. We think they're going after... Who knows? I mean, when I call it Chris's show, I really think we're going to go line one way or the other. But because we're drafting so high... I mean, we probably should take a quarterback. Well, like you said, you can't just take a quarterback to take one. I really don't know what the hell we're going to pick. I'll be just surprised.
And we're not going to know. We're not going to know until after the combine. We're going to get a better idea after that.
Yeah.
Because that's when they start talking and, you know.
Right. Yes, Lonzo Ball wanted to go to. I actually texted Chris today when I read that. It says Lonzo Ball don't want to go to New Orleans. He wants to go to the Knicks or the Bulls. And I said, I'm not a huge Lonzo Ball fan, but I would love him in New York because we'd have a freaking point guard.
Right.
Never seen a point guard since Mark Jackson here. And Lonzo Ball is going to cost pennies on the dollar compared to Antonio Davis. And we're not going to have to or Anthony Davis. We're not going to have to give up all this. We're not going to have to give up a first pick. We're not going to have to give up the number one pick.
You're going to get him on a good deal. And Lonzo, I get it. I mean, if you look at LeBron's career, point guards hate playing with him because he's the point guard.
Yep.
So Lonzo Ball doesn't have the opportunity to do what he is best at.
And like I said, if we got Lonzo Ball and we were able to draft Zion Williamson and then we signed KD, then I'd be excited.
Then you're talking titles. We're
the Knicks. Let's not get carried away. We're talking 500 maybe.
Let's see what we got here. Bobby says, have you guys been to any other football? I've been to the Redskins. FedEx.
I've been to the Redskins RFK.
Oh, you went to the old one?
Way back when. Yeah. Way back when.
Yeah, I've never been to the Link.
No, I won't go there. I won't get out of there alive. They know Baddog in the Link. They don't. Not welcome.
Yeah, Cooper, I'm going to. Joe Musa made it for me, actually, and I'm going to try to go. If you guys want to help me whenever I do these things, I mean, I know a few timestamps for sure I want to put in the next one. But if you guys want to help me when I make these call-in shows or when we have this show on my channel, if there's really funny moments, timestamp them and I'll put them in the those comp vids because I want to do that like every 2 or 3 weeks because you guys seem to enjoy it.
Yeah, William obviously enjoys mine. The throwing of the football was a good one as well. Yeah, I should put that on my channel. I think I should put the football video on my channel. Say, look at my arm. Oh, Rover never did my film review.
He will. I told him. He told me he's going to.
I know he is. He said it'd be up by midweek, but it ain't.
And I see Kid Blue. I don't mean to interrupt. I see Kid Blue in the chat. Kid Blue, if you want, I want to have you on my channel on that show I did yesterday with One Giant Rebuttal. I want to have you on next week if you're free. Yeah, I will, Joe Moose. I'm going to send you the timestamps and the videos for sure. I appreciate it, man. You're the best. Yeah,
that was awesome. It was a funny-ass video, man.
Yeah,
I like when you go full Francesa on your show. All right, you idiot! You called 1,600 times just to hang up. All right, nice job, moron. Good prank. Just like Francesa, I was like, man, he's awesome. I mean, our frickin' name is kind of a play off Mike and the Mad Dog, so I mean, why not? Chris and the
Yeah, exactly.
Bad Dog, this quarterback class wasn't that great besides Haskins and Murray. See, this is the thing, though, Marcus. Yeah, next year we have Tua, Fromm, Hurts, Bryant, Herbert, all that. But we'd have to pick in the top 10 again to get your. I don't want Fromm. I don't like Fromm. I don't trust Jalen Hurts either. Tua and Herbert are probably the best ones, in my opinion. And we have to pick top 10 to get them, which means another 5-11 season. I don't want this again. I'm sick.
I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think they're going to go 5-11. I really don't. Well, I'll say this: it's possible they go 5-11, but I don't think they'll go 5-11 if Eli's the quarterback.
Right.
Like if they start a rookie, they might go 5-11.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless it's Kyler Murray, then they might go 13-3.
They might go 16-0.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, my intro whenever I call in is, "Hey, Jericho, how you do?" Yeah, I know, Chris.
I like that. What was it? What was it the other night? Do.
Oh yeah, that'll be in the next one. That'll be in the next comp video.
That was a good one. What's your pro comp for Josh Allen?
Can I say like not as good, but Khalil Mack. That's who he reminds me of, but not as good. I can't say he's gonna be as good as Khalil Mack.
If you could ever be as good as Khalil Mack, that'd be freaking awesome. Yeah. I'm trying to think of someone a little less than Khalil Mack. Leonard Floyd. I would hope he'd be better than Leonard Floyd. Although I wanted that. I wish so bad I was streaming when we did the 2016 draft. I swear to God, that would have went viral. Yeah. The whole leading up to the Eli Apple thing, when the Bears drafted Leonard Floyd, I just screamed. And I swear to God, they heard me across this.
That's who you wanted?
So pissed. I knew that they traded up to get him.
And what the Giants did after that was they panicked.
Yeah,
They
Reese
panicked.
always panicked. He panicked when the Redskins drafted Sheriff because they wanted him and they ended up with Flower. So.
Yeah, the Panthers need anything but a running back is right with the Cam Newton injury.
Yeah.
And they could definitely use a wide receiver. Yeah, they need everything.
They do.
What's better,
DeMarcus
NBA Finals or
MLB? West Coast? That wouldn't be bad. DeMarcus Ware?
That's a good comparison.
Yeah, it is a good comparison. Eric Guido Eric Guido takes off tomorrow night at 11:30. I'm going to head to bed. See you two jerk-offs in Atlanta. Bobby, man, thank you so much for everything. You are the freaking man. Love you, Paisano.
Have a good night, Bobby.
And safe trip and enjoy Atlanta. Go Patriots.
Kid Blue says Leonard Floyd. Lengthy speed rusher that's not good against the run.
Yeah, I don't know. I hope he's better than Leonard Floyd. I wouldn't. I'll just put it to you this way, Kid Blue. I wouldn't draft Leonard Floyd second overall in the draft.
Yeah, I think he's better. But I will say this: the more I look at Quinnen Williams, I might have him number one. Quinnen Williams is really good.
Quinnen Williams is poor man's Aaron Donald, I think.
Yeah, he's really good.
All right, Bobby, take care, my man. Floyd was a twig. He was. Who would I rather have, Kyler Murray, Haskins? Well, we know the answer to that, Steelers fan. My erection just gave me another super chat, so thank you so much for the super chat. I mean, not only do I get excited, I get money. It's fantastic. How could you can't get better than that, Chris? I got excited and I got a super chat. I got excited. My excitement gave me a super chat. I don't even know. And the Kyler Murray picture is great.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure you get excited when you see that picture.
I can't help myself.
Yeah. Let's see what we got here. Your erection, oh my.
The Giants D-line, Detonator asks.
What was that? I'm sorry, what was the question?
What's your opinion on the Giants D-line?
Non-existent. I mean, it's their front seven is all. It's probably one. Without thinking about all the teams in the league, it might be the worst front seven in football. Yeah. I mean, it's that bad.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. It really is. My money donate, I do. I appreciate it, Mr. Erection. I appreciate the super chat very much. So thank you. I know I got a Bad Dogs #1 fan, Erection burner account, and I think the mods shoveled that. I think the mods shoveled that one account. That said we were the gay couple.
Oh, yeah, he comes in
I think the mods buried him.
Yeah, I still see him in mine.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
It makes you look like a frat boy.
There you go. 8 subs till 240. Sub goose up. Get him to 240.
Jacoby Brissett. What are your thoughts on Jacoby Brissett? Lee Yankee King asks.
I think he's a good stopgap quarterback, but the problem is, and we talked about this on Twitter, actually, the Yankee King. The problem is he's going to cost a lot, and the Colts have said that. They said they don't want to part ways with him. I don't think he's on the table. Yeah,
probably not. Giants fans take Cards first pick. What do you mean? You think we'd trade up to take it?
Scott's a Cardinals fan, so he probably wants that.
Gotcha. I don't see us trading up unless it's Josh Allen. I don't see us trading up to get anybody else.
Have a good night, Joe.
I don't want to trade up anyway. There's no reason to trade up in this draft. If anything, trade back.
Yeah, I agree. I wouldn't trade up either. No, and I know a lot of people want to because of Haskins or whichever quarterback you love, but I wouldn't trade up.
All right, Joe. You have a great night too, man. Thank you for swinging in the stream, brother. Much appreciated. Joe Moose is out.
Have a good night. Yeah, I said good night, Joe.
Yes, Machado is still in free agency.
He's gonna get a lot of money.
Marcus.
The problem with that, Marcus, he says Haskins this year or Tua next year. Problem with that is we don't know if we're going to have the option for Tua next year. That's the problem. If you told me you're going to have the ability to take Tua next year, I'll say wait a year, but we don't know. We don't know. Yeah. And we probably won't. You're probably going to need the #1 pick to get Tua. Yeah,
Kristen, you're a running back in the second round. Not for us. We don't need a running back.
No, and they don't, and you guys don't either. He's a Chargers fan. You don't need a running back.
Right. Yeah, we don't need running backs.
What's going on, Didi?
Yeah, Didi, what's going on, my man? Thank you for joining the stream. Much appreciated.
Ben Roethlisberger for me, El Muchacho. Best quarterback from the 04 class.
Really?
I gotta go Ben. And I love Eli, but I gotta go Ben.
I guess. Yeah, I mean, I guess you'd have to. You can't go Rivers because he never won a Super Bowl.
No, it's either Ben or Eli for me. I mean, John, I should say, but I'm being honest. I should say Eli's my favorite player ever, but I gotta go Ben.
Yeah, it's
the gritty Giant house. The one thing I'll say about
I don't know, man.
The one thing I'll say about Ben and Eli when you compare the two, Ben was less durable, and Ben was a problem off the field, where Eli wasn't. So if you factor that in, maybe you take Eli, but just as a player, it's Ben to me.
Yeah, Didi says you just subbed your channel. No.
Can't just oh, Didi, I didn't see that. Thank you so much. Thank you very much for the sub.
Williams says, Baddog, what's it like seeing elite Giants linebackers? I'm too young to have seen one. Awesome.
What was the question? I didn't see it.
What he said, Baddog, what's it like seeing elite Giants linebackers? I'm too young to have seen one. Those 80s teams were... It just, I mean, you can't explain it. Having two Hall of Famers, having Harry Carson, Carl Banks, who's a borderline Hall of Famer, and then the greatest defensive player in the history of football on the same team, to go with a Pepper Johnson and the Gary Reasons, on top of having a Leonard Marshall, who's one of the most underrated defensive ends ever. God, it's just awesome, man.
Is that the best linebacking trio ever?
What's that?
You think that's the best linebacking trio ever?
Trio? What? Banks, Carson, and Taylor? It's close because Andy Russell, Jack Ham, and Jack Lambert were pretty damn good for the Steelers. But it could be. It could be.
It's close.
Because the Bears were a Singletary in their defensive line in '85. They didn't have great linebackers outside of that. It could be. I mean, having Lawrence Taylor there definitely helps.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, listen, I streamed that game Monday, and I told people, I don't know if you were I don't know how long you were in there for, but I told people that you ever see me stream a Giants Super Bowl, and I'll cry like a baby. I've cried for 3 of them. And when they're getting ready to line up for that field goal, I get choked up. I'm sitting there going, it's so stupid that I still watch that. I know what happens. It's 28 years ago, and I still get a lump in my throat when he's going to miss it because of what
back memories.
Championships mean. When I watch Super Bowl 42, it's the same thing. When I watch the highlights of it's the same crap.
Yeah.
Because I love them to death.
Yeah.
So
and you only get to see it a handful of times in your life, so you cherish it.
It's very difficult to win a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Marcus Sir, no, best Giants team of all time is definitely not 2007. The best Giants team of all time is probably 1986. Although the best, 08
is the best team since I've been watching.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think the 08 team was better, but they didn't win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, they didn't win a Super Bowl, but they were the best Giants team since I've been watching.
Yeah. Actually, no, I'm not. Sperm cell, I'm not. Just because I cry when my team wins. Grown men cry. That actually makes you less. It actually shows you can be a man because you're confident in yourself to cry. And let's face it, if somebody ever called me that to my face, I would like to see someone call me that to my face. And we'd see if I really was one. Because a guy from New York, that's 200 pounds and can lift a car up off the ground, you probably don't want to mess with that guy, especially when I'm a little not all up there.
Good question there by West Coast. He says, which prospect I guess he means in this year's upcoming draft, is completely overrated and will be a bust? There's a few that I'm going to tell you. I think Bosa is overrated. I'm not saying he's going to be a bust, but I don't think he should be the number 1 pick. I think Kyler Murray's overrated. I know you love Kyler Murray. I think he's overrated, and I would say Jonah Williams. Those are my 3 most likely guys that I think are being overvalued.
Bosa, definitely. Haskins. I think Haskins is overrated. And you know what I saw? I mean, I don't want to say he's overrated, but you know what I saw when I looked at another mock draft? I mean, it says Kyler isn't overrated. He's Baddog rated. Yes, he did. Sterling Shepard did play at OU. Oh, Sterling Shepard played at OU with me. That's right. Someone had said that before. That's why I played with Sterling Shepard. I said I'm not that young. Hollywood Brown is awesome. I don't think Hollywood Brown will be overrated. What the hell are we talking about? I lost my train of thought. Damn it.
I'm 33, Arthur.
Yeah, I'm 42. So
I'm with you, Adam Turner. I want Farrell too. I don't know if that's my number one guy, but realistically speaking, he's one of the 2 or 3 guys I have an eye on at that 6th pick. Have a good night, stuck in the 80s.
I forgot what I was gonna freaking ask. Oh, Raphael says best football theme: NBC, CBS, Fox, Monday Night Football.
Used to love Monday Night Football, not anymore. Or no, Sunday Night Football.
Yeah, same with me. I thought that was the best.
What did you think of the? I mean, you obviously loved the 2019 MLB Hall of Fame class.
I'm Mariano Rivera, man.
Yeah.
100% first unanimous guy to ever get in there, and well deserved. He's my favorite player of all time for the Yankees. So, you know, thank you, Giants fan 1213. I appreciate that, man.
Yeah, crazy mofo. I'm doing a video on Devin White, and I've done a little research. I'm still trying to finish my O-line video, but I like Devin White a lot too. That's another guy. That's probably one of the 2 or 3 guys I have an eye on at the Giants. Right now, the 3 most likely guys I think that the Giants could take at 6 are Devin White, Farrell, and Haskins. Those are the 3 guys.
Chris Collinsworth says, obviously it's Sunday Night Football. What's up, fellas? Chris Collinsworth made the chat.
Chris Collinsworth in the house. What's going on?
Always stopping in. I like when he checks out my play-by-play because he knows Al's leaving soon, so he's scouting us. I think he's going to put us in the booth. I think him and Al are going to go out together, and you and I are going to take over Sunday Night Football.
Oh, from your lips to God's ears. Alex Smith wants to know who's your least favorite Yankee of all time.
Oh, God, we've had so many bad ones. I'll tell you one guy I freaking hated. There was 2 of them on these championship teams. I hated Chuck Knobloch with a freaking pair.
Oh, God, he threw it in the stands every time.
What's that?
He threw it into the stands. He hit Keith Olbermann's mom. Remember that?
Yeah, I hated Chuck Knobloch. I hated him, man. I could not stand Chuck Knobloch.
How about Arabu?
Indifferent. Yeah, he sucked, but I didn't hate him. I mean, there's a lot of Yankees that sucked.
Yeah, just wasted money.
Yeah, I mean, tons of wasted money. I mean, growing up, they all sucked.
Yeah.
Danny Tartable, Matt Noakes, Kevin Moss, you name it. They were terrible. We had Wayne Tollison and Alvaro Espinoza and Mike Gallego.
Gallego. I remember Gallego. Yeah.
You know, Joel Skinner and freaking Don Slaught and just garbage.
When I first started watching baseball pretty regularly, I remember Noakes. I remember Tartable. That was the team.
Sucked for us.
Yeah. How's Ellsbury doing, Baddog?
Doing great. Paid him $152 million for no freaking reason at all. Oh, because he came from the Red Sox. That's why. From your dolphin lips to Kendra's ears, says MH.
All right.
I don't hate Jacoby Ellsbury. They just overpaid him.
Have a good night, Mustard Bus.
All right, Mustard Bus. Thank you, man. Thank you for swinging by. Thank you for the super chats.
And sub them up. We're going to be over there tomorrow. Sub them up.
Over there tomorrow. Yes, sub up Mustard Bus, guys. Sub them up. Sub them up. Chris and I will be on that channel tomorrow watching them get hammered. It's going to be great. It's going to be fun. Eating Slim Jims, doing what they do. I should get a box of Slim Jims for that stream.
If you had to pick the Knicks to get KD or AD, who would you pick?
KD.
I'd pick AD because of the age difference.
Yeah, I still like KD.
Yeah. We haven't met, James. We haven't met.
No. Just on YouTube. That's about it.
Yeah.
What happened when Pete Rose's tomb was nobody? Pete Rose always comes out and one thing I loved about Pete Rose, one of my favorite things, they had one in Boston and he just ripped the Red Sox.
Yeah.
They hadn't won a World Series yet. And he said, I left 2 tickets for Bill Buckner, but he couldn't bend over to pick them up. Oh, that was great.
By the way, you brought up Bill Buckner. It's pretty interesting. Did you ever see the video of Bill Buckner predicting the ball going underneath his legs?
Yes, I did.
How crazy is that? I don't know if people in the chat know that. I think it was Game 1 of the World Series. Somebody was interviewing Bill Buckner, and I guess they brought up, like, did he dream about having the game-winning hit to win the World Series? And he said, well, you dream about hitting the home run, and then your nightmare is having the ball roll underneath your legs to cost you the World Series. Yep. Now, of course, they still lost Game 7 after the fact, but he almost, predicted what happened, which is crazy.
Yep. It is crazy. It is crazy. Bill Buckner is a borderline Hall of Famer. I mean, Bill Buckner was a fantastic player, and nobody remembers how good he was. They only remember him missing the
and he should have never even been in the game.
Shouldn't have been in the game, and if you look at it, he's number one. the game was tied. Bob Stanley and Calvin Schiraldi blew that game for the Red Sox. And number two, if you look at it, Mookie Wilson was beating Buckner to the bag.
Oh, you just
Mookie Wilson was going to beat that out. Ray Knight would have scored, but he was going to beat
that's what I always say, too. You're absolutely right. Knight's not scoring, obviously, from second, but I think Mookie was going to beat that out. I agree with you.
Williams says, what was the Subway Series like to watch in 2000, Chris and Baddog? Well, obviously we have differentiating opinions on that.
Yeah, I remember Game 1 like it was yesterday. The Game 1 is why they lost. It's the same thing in 2015. It was literally almost a spitting image, both World Series. The Mets have the Yankees on the rope. They're up, I don't remember what the score was, but they're up by a run or two late in the game. John Franco blows it. Yankees tie it. Benitez blows it. Timo Perez does a run on a fly ball hit by Todd Zeile that he assumed was going to be a home run. Mets absolutely should have won Game 1. And in my opinion, that year the Mets were the better team. And I think they should have won that World Series, but they choked it away.
We did only win 87 games that year.
Yeah. The one thing I will say about that Mets team, they had the nice punch at the top. They had Hampton and Leiter.
Did they have Benny Agbayani on that team?
Yeah, Agbayani had the walk-off home run in the divisional round, I think, in that series.
Benny and the Mets.
Yeah, that was a fun team. That was a very fun team, that Met team.
What did Marcus... Oh, best Yankees team to not win the World Series.
Most of them win.
2003. I think 2003. No, but you know what? Probably 2004. I think 2004 was our best team because that lineup was so stupid. I mean, my God, you had Jeter, A-Rod, Bernie Williams, Hideki Matsui, Gary Sheffield.
You said Giambi, right?
Giambi wasn't playing, but he was there in 2004. But he had the parasite that year.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Tony Clark and John Olerud were on that team.
Tony Clark was pretty good with the Mets late in his career.
Yeah. But I probably 2004. Yeah, Rivera choked in 2001. He gave up a freaking broken bat blooper that hit the back of the dirt. There's no choking for Mariano Rivera. The guy lost one game in his entire postseason career. That was it. He has the lowest career postseason ERA in the history of baseball.
Mariano Rivera is money. He's money. And for me, the best Mets lineup since I've been watching the team, 99 and 06. Both those lineups were fantastic. 99, everything broke right. Ricky Henderson had an all-star type year late in his career. Cedeno swiped 70 bags, batting sixth. You had Olerud batted like 330. Piazza, Alfonso, Ventura had an MVP year. That 99 lineup was as good as anybody's in the National League. And then in 06, I mean, you had LeDuc had a great year. Jose Reyes, go back and look at the numbers, as good as any shortstop in recent memory for a single year. He stole like 75 bags, had like 130 runs scored. You had Wright had a fantastic year. Delgado, Beltran was an MVP candidate that year, and that team was stacked. But they didn't have the pitching. That's why they lost in the playoffs.
The worst Yankees team I ever saw, James. I mean, there were some bad ones in the late '60s and early '70s before George Steinbrenner bought the team, so I don't really know about those. The worst one I saw had to be 1990. The 1990 Yankees were just sad. The 90-91. They were horrible.
Oh, God,
they were a horrible team.
Yeah. And I'm just going off what you're saying. I can't remember the year. I want to say it was 03. 03 or 04 was the most disappointing year for me as a Mets fan. The Mets went out. They spent all this money. They brought in all these veterans. Robbie Alomar, Mo Vaughn, Jeremy Burnitz, Cedeno they brought back for a second time. And that team just absolutely crapped the bed. Art Howe came in as the manager. They won like 70 games. It was horrible.
Yeah. That's what the Yankees did in the late 90s. All these the veterans that are way past their primes. Your freaking Ron Kittles and your Danny Tartables and Jack Clark. They were terrible. Marjorie Simmons says she had season tickets during the 86 Mets season. That would be awesome as a Mets fan.
I am so jealous of you, Marjorie. So jealous.
Yeah, Bam Bam Mullins. I think he's still the hitting coach for the San Francisco Giants, if I'm not mistaken.
That's a good question. That's always a good theoretical question. What would be your all-time NBA starting lineup? I'll start. I'll go point guard Magic Johnson. I'll go shooting guard Michael Jordan. I'll go small forward LeBron James. I'll go power forward Tim Duncan. And I'll go center Bill Russell.
let's see. Point guard Magic Johnson, definitely. Shooting guard Michael Jordan, there's no doubt about that. Small forward, Larry Bird. I take Larry Bird.
I think that's the only other guy you could argue over LeBron.
Power forward, it's got to be Duncan. I can't see another power forward.
Yeah, I mean the candidates would be Barkley, Malone, but I would go Duncan.
Yeah, I think Duncan was just a better all-around player than both of those guys. And center, I'd probably take Akeem Olajuwon.
I mean, he was great. Yeah. No white guy, Scott. Well, Larry Bird would be the white. I think he meant for me.
Oh.
Yeah, Larry Bird would be the guy if we were going to take one.
I don't hate the Nets.
Yeah, I don't hate them. There's no reason to hate them.
No.
Don't take Haskins from us, you scumbags, UCF says.
Yeah, we're not going to. Trade up and take him in front of us so we take Kyler Murray, please. You can have Haskins. I don't want him.
Okay, here's another question. Now, this is going to be tough for me because Baddog probably goes back further than me, but I'll go first. I'll give you the 5 in my lifetime, the Dream 5 starters rotation. I mean, I could go back and I could say Bob Gibson, but I didn't see him play. So I'm going to say the 5 best starters since I've been watching the sport. Greg Maddux, Pedro Martinez, Randy Johnson. I know there's a definite 4. Oh, Clemens, even though he took steroids. And number 5 is tough. See, if I'm thinking clutch, I'm going Schilling, but I know he's not the 5th best. You go Smoltz. I'll go Smoltz. Smoltz is my 5.
I think I agree with the first 4. Randy Johnson, Pedro Martinez, without a doubt. Roger Clemens, Greg Maddux.
Yeah, you got to pick.
I don't want to go Smoltz, though.
You could go Glavin.
I would go Smoltz before Glavin. I think Smoltz is better than Glavin.
Oh, you know what? I take that back. I go Clayton Kershaw is my 5. I go Clayton Kershaw. Some of the years that guy's put up is just ridiculous.
Yeah, I still couldn't. I mean, Roy Halladay made the Hall of Fame this year. He was incredible in his prime. I wouldn't put him in the top 5 though, in my lifetime. God, the 5th one is tough.
Philly 500 would be an all-star DH.
I can't. I mean,
we should get hammered and stream golf. I was actually thinking I might do the Masters the last day, Sunday. I might.
Yeah, well, you do. You have to use your British accent. Hey, here comes Jordan Spieth. He's going to try to putt this one from about 27 feet. Little draw to the left. And there it goes. Nice putt.
Little golf clap. Golf clap.
Yeah, well, that's true. I mean, Nolan Ryan was my lifetime.
I'm going Jerry Rice over Randy Moss. Not even close.
Yeah, Jerry Rice over any receiver ever. That's my MH says that's my sex voice.
He said you sounded like Jason Statham there.
That's what I'm trying to do. When's boot camp starting? I'm trying to get fit so I can mac on these girls. Oh, the Baddog boot camp? I don't know, Ryan. I don't know when that's happening. I don't know. I don't really know how it's happening either. I don't really know how it's going to work, but Sports Series all in for the Baddog boot camp. So we're going to get everybody in there and
William Watson
tear everyone to shreds.
William Watson says Jerry Rice shoes stick 'em. I mean, from what you read, I mean the gloves today are basically stick 'em anyway, right? Isn't that what they say? Like Entertainah, I like your beanie, except we do suck. But be positive. A couple of years will be good.
Yeah, next year.
Lonzo
Ball, KD, Zion Williamson, bang!
We could.
28 wins.
Real quick, I'm just thinking of this because we were talking about the all-time pitching staff. We always have fun talking about baseball.
Love baseball.
Since I've been alive, my all-time starting lineup, I'm not going to go batting order, but first base, second base, I'm going second base, I'm going to go Robbie Alomar. Shortstop, I'm going to go... All right, if A-Rod qualifies, I'd go A-Rod. I don't know if he qualifies. If he doesn't, I'll go Jeter. I'll go A-Rod. I'm going to say, because he played half his career there. I'm going to go A-Rod at short, Robbie Alomar at second. First base, Pujols. Third base is interesting because there's not a lot of great third basemen since I've been watching. Like Boggs, I got at the end of his career. Chipper Jones. Chipper Jones at third. I'm gonna go Piazza at catcher, and 3 outfielders. I'm just gonna pick 3 outfielders. I'm gonna go Griffey. I'm gonna go Trout, and I'm gonna go Bonds.
All right, my 3 outfielders: Griffey, Bonds, Vladimir Guerrero.
He's my favorite player. I just couldn't put him over Trout.
I can put him over Trout. Trout doesn't hit like Vladimir Guerrero. I don't care how good Trout is. Vladimir Guerrero hit 320 every year. Never struck out more than 80 times in any year. Had the most ridiculous arm ever.
He's my favorite player ever. You don't got to tell me. You
I
don't got
think
to
he's
tell
better
me.
than Trout. Yeah. First base, Pujols is great. I might take Frank Thomas though. I mean, Frank Thomas was ridiculous.
Frank Thomas was my favorite player growing up as a kid.
What's that?
He was my favorite player growing up as a kid.
Yeah, I mean, I'd probably have to take Pujols. Second base, Cano. I'd have to take Cano.
Cano over Robbie Alomar?
Yeah, I think Cano, he's so good at everything, man. I mean, he can hit for power. He hits for average. His fielding is ridiculous, how good his fielding is. I mean, I just was never a big Alomar fan. I just wasn't. I mean, Ryan Sandberg was another great second base. I loved Ryan Sandberg.
So was Kent. So was Biggio.
I mean, the only thing, Tony Gwynn, I hate leaving him out of the outfield.
Yeah, he was great.
Tony Gwynn was just the best hitter I ever saw.
Ichiro's another one you could throw in there. Great hitter.
Yeah. Shortstop, A-Rod. Third base, George Brett.
Over Chipper.
Yes. If you were my age and you saw George Brett play, yeah, he was pretty damn special. George Brett murdered the Yankees. Killed them.
Yeah.
And then catcher, I'd have to take Piazza. I don't see how you don't take Piazza.
You could go, if you're thinking all around, you could go Pudge, but I go Piazza.
Yeah.
Such a good hitter. There's Techie in the house. What's going on, my man?
I do hate that name. And I'll tell you why I hate David Ortiz. Not just because he played on the Red Sox. But my whole thing is, this guy, there's all this speculation talk that he took steroids and he took it. But everybody just, that's okay. We'll sweep that right under the carpet. We're not going to talk about it. Now, sweep that under the carpet. But everybody else, man, it's, the Yankees busted on this and the Yankees busted. But they just sweep that under the rug. Same thing with Manny Ramirez.
Right.
You know, like the Red Sox fans go, the Yankees won because of steroids. I'm like, yeah, because the 04 team didn't have any steroid users.
Right, you had Ortiz on that team too, yeah.
And Manny, yeah, and Trot Nixon, I have no doubt he used them. Johnny Damon used them. I mean, come on, everybody.
Kevin Millar probably used them.
Yeah, Kevin.
My favorite Met Rafael of all time is Edgardo Alfonso.
Really?
Yeah, I loved him. Clutchest hitter I've ever seen on a consistent basis. No, I don't watch the Yankees game in, game out. I watch the Mets game in, game out. And
right.
Edgardo Alfonso, big spot, you knew he was getting hit every time.
For me, clutch was Hideki Matsui.
Yeah.
That guy.
Well, he had that huge World Series.
He was clutch all the time. And he owned Pedro Martinez, man. He owned the hell out of Pedro Martinez. Like no one I saw owned Pedro Martinez. Now, granted, Pedro was coming out of he wasn't 99, he wasn't 97 to 2001 Pedro at the time Matsui got him, but he killed Pedro. Killed him. Raked him. I mean, that's the World Series. Obviously, Pedro was at the end of his career when Matsui hit the two homers and the double, drove in the 6 runs.
I remember that when they left him in too long. Grady little.
Oh no! I'm saying against the Phillies in 2000.
Oh, when he was with the Phillies. Oh, okay. I was thinking of the Red Sox game. Yeah. Tony Gwynn, Ken Griffey, I don't go back to Dawson.
I do. I mean, I remember Dawson,
but him at the very end.
I definitely would not put Dawson over Bonds. Bonds is the best player I've ever seen in my lifetime.
See, DH is interesting to me because I remember Edgar Martinez, and everyone says he's the greatest DH ever. But what about Big Papi?
Did he get into the Hall of Fame?
Yeah, he did. Edgar
Martinez did get into the Hall.
Yeah, he made it, yeah.
He should have.
Would you put it? See, I don't know if he should have. Because part of me thinks the only reason he got in is because people say he's the best hitting DH ever. And he was a great hitter. But I feel like...
Harold Baines got into it. Harold Baines was a big DH. He was a DH most of his career, too.
I'm going to give you an example. Carlos Delgado hit 490-something home runs. He didn't even make the second year. He played first base. Had he been a DH, he might have got more consideration because people could argue Carlos Delgado's the greatest DH ever.
Right.
So that's why, like, I see a guy like Delgado doesn't even make the Hall of Fame. Doesn't even get second-year consideration, which was a complete disgrace.
Neither did Jorge Posada. How does Jorge Posada not get any consideration when he hit 275 homers as a catcher?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Yeah.
and won 5 World Series.
All right, Crazy Mo. Yeah, well, I mean, we're going to end this soon. Did you have faith in your Mets when they played the Royals? Yeah, Caesar, I said this before the World Series, and I'm sorry for talking baseball. Some people might not like it, but we love baseball, and we're going to be talking a lot more of it once baseball season starts.
Yeah.
But when the Mets played the Royals, I was pissed because we matched up so much better with the Blue Jays. The Mets would have mowed them down with their strikeout pitchers because they were all K or nothing, K or home run hitters. And what the Royals did was they showed the Mets' weakness, which was their infield defense, and it was horrible in that World Series because they put the bat on the ball.
Right. Best hitting catchers playing today. I like JT Real Muto a lot.
Yeah. Oh, he's fantastic.
I think JT Real Muto is he's definitely one of the best hitting catchers today.
I equate him to Jason Kendall with power. Because Jason Kendall had speed and he hit for contact, but he didn't have the power that this guy has.
Yeah. He's wasting away down there in Miami.
Yeah. All right, Cooper. Have a good night, buddy.
Yeah, Cooper. Thank you, man. Take it easy. Thanks for joining the stream as always, my man.
The gambler, but the thing with Frank Thomas is he's not really. I mean, I know he was a DH for maybe the last half of his career, but Frank Thomas's best years he was a first baseman.
The best DH was Ortiz.
Or Martinez. Those are the two you could say, but I would say Ortiz.
Yeah, I hated David.
Tomei's an interesting one. Tomei had over 600 home runs.
Yes, he did.
Which is crazy.
I remember seeing Tomei when he played
Indians.
Was that?
He came up with the Indians, didn't he?
Yeah. Well, I remember seeing him playing for Canton Akron when he was in the minor leagues.
Oh yeah.
I remember. I didn't know how to say his name. I thought it was Jim Thome. Who the hell knew?
The first time I saw it. Yeah.
And I tell you, this guy hit 2 shots to dead center. When he hit the ball, it sounded like a cannon went off. And I remember saying, "Who the hell is that guy?" And he murdered. He was a stick when he came up. He weighed nothing.
Yeah.
But man, he was just that.
Best lineup ever since I've been watching. 95 Indians.
Pretty good. Best lineup. I mean, yeah. Well, Manny was on that team.
Albert Bell,
Carlos
Baerga,
Alomar, Lofton.
Yeah.
I've seen some pretty damn good Yankee lineup. Yeah.
Vizquel was on that team. Travis Fryman was on that team.
I've seen some good Yankee teams. That 2009 Yankees lineup was unbelievable. The 2004 Yankees lineup was unbelievable.
Oh, no.
The 2009 Yankees were called Murderers Row and Cano.
They had some definitely great lineups. There's no doubt about it. Yeah, no, I said Omar Vizquel, KD. Yeah.
Crazy Dog says he still has the longest home run in Jacobs Progressive Field history. Yeah, Tomei could rake.
Yeah. What's going on, Tyler? Mark McGwire steroids all the way to the ground.
Mark McGwire will never be a Hall of Famer.
No, and he shouldn't be.
And it has nothing to do with his steroids.
Yeah,
he wasn't good enough to be
to me, he wasn't a Hall of Famer. I mean, I know he hit the 500, but he wasn't a great player.
All he could do.
Yeah.
All he could do. Couldn't field, couldn't run.
Sosa's a better player than him.
Yes.
Yeah. Most overrated Yankee, we say it all the time, and Yankee fans are going to hate hearing it, Derek Jeter. And,
agreed.
And most overrated Met, John Franco, I think.
I don't know the Mets that well to say who's the most overrated there. To be honest,
since I've been watching, I never was confident when Franco came into games, and he was known as a great closer. I thought he was so overrated.
Yes, Paul Sorrento was on that Indians team.
Yes, another good call there, Paul Sorrento. Yep.
I don't know about McGwire, but Pete Rose should definitely get in the Hall of Fame. I don't give a damn.
The Gambler, that's a good, and Pete Rose should be in the Hall of Fame. That's a good one too. David Wright is overrated. I always said that. I always said that, and I always said if Daniel Murphy came up when David Wright did, Daniel Murphy would have put up similar numbers to David Wright. Daniel Murphy came up with Lucas Duda as his best hitter in his lineup, and that had a lot to do with Wright's success early in his career. He had a great surrounding lineup.
Yeah. James says Gary Sanchez is overrated. I freaking hate Gary Sanchez. I can't stand that son of a bitch. I hate him. I hate Gary Sanchez. Probably my least favorite Yankee is Gary Sanchez. I don't like him at all.
I don't think Jose Reyes was overrated. Dick Strong. I just think he got hurt. But Jose Reyes, and Baddog might not like hearing this, Yankee fans might not like hearing this. When Jose Reyes was at his best, which was only for 2 or 3 years, he was better than Derek Jeter ever was.
That's not true.
I really believe that.
That's not true. Jose Reyes never hit 349.
Well, Jose Reyes won a batting title.
Yeah, what did he do? He sat out that whole game, or he bunted and got on base?
Still batted 339. But Jose Reyes, go back and look at his 06 numbers and tell me. I mean, they're ridiculous. 75 stolen bases, batted over 300, hit 21 home runs from the leadoff spot, drove in 80 runs from the leadoff spot, led the league in runs scored, had over 200 hits. I mean, and he was a great fielder. Jose Reyes at his prime was unbelievable, I think.
He was. Yeah. But look at Jeter's numbers in 2000. He hit 349. He hit 24 homers. He drove in 102 runs.
That's his best year. Yeah.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. He was also that guy from like 98 through 2002.
Yeah.
I mean, in his prime, he was fantastic.
No, he was. I just think Jose Reyes is unlike any player I've ever seen at the shortstop position when he was at his best. But it was a short-lived best.
Well, to me, it was A-Rod. There wasn't a better shortstop.
Good point. A-Rod.
A-Rod.
Yeah, good point.
A-Rod was ridiculous at shortstop. Ray Ordonez wasn't really overrated because he couldn't hit. And I don't think anyone really thought he was good.
I'm sorry.
I saw a couple people say we're fighting. Well, listen, when we do our baseball things and it's a Yankees and Mets, that's actually good to have debate because we do it because we're Giants.
Yeah,
and
we don't
pretty much
fight.
agree.
We're just opinionated. We don't fight.
Right, it's a debate.
Yeah,
just like the Kyler Murray thing was a debate.
Yeah.
It's a debate.
Yeah. Miguel Tejada, he was a great player, Miguel Tejada, and that might be. Them or the Braves might be the single best team not to win a World Series. That Oakland A's team was ridiculous with that pitching staff and with that lineup. How they didn't win is insane to me.
They didn't win because of the Yankees.
Because
of Jeter's.
Because of Jeter's play, yeah.
But yeah, my God, they had Jason Giambi. They had
Johnny
Damon, Miguel Tejada.
The third baseman, what's his name? Great player, Chavez.
Yep, Eric Chavez, yep.
And then the three studs at the top of the rotation, Hudson, Zito, and Mulder.
Yep. Eric Chavez was on, I forgot what Yankee team he was on. Yeah, he went 0 for 14 with 11 Ks in the playoffs. One year. It was fantastic. Mike Francesa was ripping Eric Chavez a new one that year, man. It was great.
And they also had a former Met on that team, the closer, Isringhausen, who was a really good closer after the Mets got rid of him.
Yes, he was.
Hulk Hogan, and Long too. Absolutely, the leadoff man for the A's, Katie Wolf.
Well, you don't need to just kid about that, Adam. I'm an Ultimate Warrior guy. I always was. He's one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. I love the Ultimate Warrior.
I prefer Ultimate Warrior to Hulk Hogan too. There you go. Read Goat's message. Goose says the super chat.
Oh, God, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it. Goat says that's it. I'm done later. Okay.
All right, Goat.
All right. I don't. Is that what I'm reading?
Have a good night, Goat. If that's what we're supposed to read. Jim Edmonds, I love Dick Strong.
There it is. There it is. For some reason, your mods hid the Entertainah and Baddog Gate couple for no reason. Unhide him. He'll appreciate it. Why? Is that your second account?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. I
don't care.
I saw somebody mention.
I found it, guys.
I saw somebody mention Jim Edmonds. And Jim Edmonds, I think, should have got more consideration for the Hall of Fame. I don't think he made it. I think he should have got more consideration.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's a great center fielder.
He was, but in order to be a Hall of Famer, man, you got to be a Hall of Famer. Yeah. That's why I'm getting so mad at it. Alan Trammell is not a Hall of Famer. Jack Morris is not a Hall of Famer. Harold Baines, it's an embarrassment.
Do you think
Harold Baines made a Hall of Fame?
Do you think Kirby Puckett should be in the Hall of Fame?
No. Yeah. Because I'll tell you why. If Puckett's in there, Mattingly's in there. Identical numbers.
Yeah.
Kirby Puckett's batting average is a little higher.
Only difference is Puckett won a World Series. That's the difference.
Yeah, but we won 2. But still, they won in 87 and 91.
Dick Strong says Scott rolling over Jim Edmonds. I'd say they're about even. They were both great defensive players. They both had 7 or 8 years of great offense. I would say they're about even.
You think Vlad was a defensive liability gambler? You didn't see him play.
A gambler. He was not a great defensive player. He had a great arm. He was not a great defensive player. He had a great arm. I agree with that actually a little bit.
He
But
was.
I love Vlad. Vlad's my favorite player ever. But if there was a weakness, it was his glove.
How do you feel about it?
Yeah, it's Mariano, no doubt. Best closer.
Oh no, they're joking around, Gambler, because when I did the baseball stream, when I was doing the World Series streams, I always made fun of Craig Kimbrell. Every time he'd come in there, I do this.
Sperm Cell's giving us the middle finger. A lot of middle fingers. A lot of hate.
From Sperm Cell?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I don't know what's going on there.
MH says Tom Seaver was special. Yeah, he's the best Met ever.
Yeah, you mean Jock Jones?
What about Jock Jones?
Dick Strong, he says Torrey Hunter, and who's the other twin? You mean, he says Josh Jock. I think he meant Jock Jones.
Yeah, Jock Jones. And you had Matt
Torrey
Lawton.
Hunter, and the other outfielder was David Ortiz. They didn't play him. I think he was an outfielder back then with the Twins, if I'm not mistaken.
Arter says, and I'm trying to read the chat, but now he just put something else in there. But Arter said, do we think Kobe Bryant's come out of retirement? No. I mean, he's been retired now for what, 3 years?
Yeah. Yeah. It was autocorrect. I knew what you meant. My son will have Craig Kimbrell's pitching. If my son could pitch like Craig Kimbrell, he could have whatever pitching stance he wanted to.
I want to have my way with city boys like Rover. Mexican food or Chinese food? I'm going Mexican.
Mexican.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
Yeah, this chat has gotten out of hand, QC. Too many emojis. Can't read questions.
Matt Khalil to the Giants.
KD said Ortiz played out. Yes, he did.
Yeah.
When he first came up, he did. Yes.
Yep. I remember. What the hell is going on in here? I know.
Got burgers. Anyone want some? Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I would love a burger right now, but I can't eat that stuff. Gotta be. Notice I haven't had any beer in a while. I mean, I did have the Crown last Friday, but you notice there's no beer because I really am off that. Now, Friday, I'm getting beer. It's this damn Super Bowl. I'm drinking beer.
You mean Sunday?
Well, I'm getting beer on Friday because we have a nonsense stream.
Right. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
But you need to drink more.
Yeah. I will drink more. I'll go through a 6-pack on Friday.
Dolphins and spiders.
But yeah, Friday we're gonna be on my channel for that, so that should be a lot of fun. The nonsense stream where you guys could ask us whatever the hell you want.
Right. And to be honest, I thought it'd be more nonsensical. I think Chris and I were really the ones that started the nonsense.
but I enjoyed it.
It was funny. Yeah, it was good. Is Drew Lock going to be a first rounder?
I think he will. I think there's going to be 4 quarterbacks drafted in the first round.
Yeah, I can see that happening. Just because teams need quarterbacks and what's available.
Adam, 945.
945,
950, that range.
Would you rather have Jake Wheeler or the man, the myth, the legend, Ron Effect? A lot of Ron Effect hating here tonight.
Yeah, I've seen that.
I didn't even watch his videos.
I haven't watched this video in a few months, yeah. I hope the Knicks don't get AD. Giving up the world for him won't bring... I agree with you, Steven. I'm not giving up heaven and earth for him. I'd give up KP and maybe a future first. But I'm not giving up this year's first and KP.
Yeah, no, I agree. And actually, it's funny because when I texted Chris earlier about the Alonzo Ball thing, we talked about these trades, and he said, I don't want the Knicks to screw up like they did with Carmelo. And I said, yes, because if he comes in here and he doesn't do anything, we're set back another 10 years.
Right.
The Melo trade set us back 10 years.
Yep. Took us 10 years to get over that. We were a good team for 2 or 3 years, and then we were mediocre.
Yep.
What? All right, Goose says GOAT is back. So is there a comment we were supposed to comment on? Is that what he's saying?
No, I think I found it. I think that was the one. Unblock the Entertainah Baddog gay couple of 2019. I think that was his comment.
Okay.
That he wanted.
We need second tier mods who could block the other mods, QC says. Yeah, we need shovels.
Yeah, pickaxes.
Yeah, absolutely. Imagine
Where's Mosh? I don't know. Oh, they're asking Gambler where Mosh is. Mosh.
We need Dolphins. Yeah, we always need Dolphins.
Gambler says he passed.
The Gambler's a YouTuber, right? I said I was going to check out his page last time. I want to check out his page.
Yo, you got to. That dude can sling trash talk like just.
Yeah, I completely.
Do it for like 12 minutes straight without taking a breath.
Yeah, I meant to check out his page last time when I said I was gonna, and I completely forgot after the stream. But I'm gonna check it out tonight.
Yes, you got to. You definitely got to check out the Gambler. Definitely. Mosh will probably stream at 12 a.m. Mosh is a very interesting individual.
Yeah, Adam, no, I agree with you. I mean, he does go to all the games. He's a clear fan. I'm not going to say he's not, Ron Effect.
Yeah, I honestly don't care. Anytime somebody criticizes Giants fans and tells them they're not Giants fans because they don't think they're making the playoffs last year when they're being realistic, and he gets agitated when people ask him questions, I can't get on board with somebody that insults Giants fans because they have differentiating opinions. Giants fans are not always going to agree with Giants fans. We'll have different opinions on what we think the records is, who we think we should draft, who we think we should trade, who we think we should sign. And because Chris wants Haskins over Kyler Murray, I'm not going to say, well, you're not a Giants fan. You're not a Giants fan if you don't think that Kyler Murray's the best quarterback, best guy for the job. I'm not going to say that to him.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. Turn me off.
I agree with you. When it comes to that, how he says that people aren't fans, that's ridiculous because that's what sports are about. It's about debating and having your opinion and listening to other people's opinion. That's what makes it fun.
That was the end of it. Once I heard him say that, I mean, I appreciated that he was live streaming the training camp, and I watched him every day. When I was at work, I watched him.
Yeah.
And, I was like, this is cool. I appreciate him doing. And then he started doing that crap, and people would say, hey, how's Saquon Barkley looking? How's Olivier Vernon looking? You couldn't really see everything. And he'd say, I'm not going to tell you. Just watch the tape. Just watch the tape. Just sit there and watch what you're. I'm not going to say, you know what? I'm not going to stream anymore because I'm sick and tired of people asking how Saquon Barkley's doing. No.
Tyler McBride, have a good night, man. Somebody asked me, the Gambler said you got to throw Buster Posey in there in the catchers. And that's a good point.
Yes, good call, Gambler. Good call.
And I'll tell you another one before he got hurt who definitely would have been in consideration was Joe Mauer.
Joe Mauer, absolutely.
Great hit.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Have a good night, Last Jedi.
All right, Jay. Yeah, have a good night.
Yeah, we're going to close this out in like 2 or 3 minutes, but great impression. Yeah, he's done that several times, Adam.
Gangrene David loves that impression. He does. Yeah. He thinks, because I actually did a video where I went at Ron Effect because he was talking, he got so mad at the Damon Harrison thing, and I said, you don't understand what the hell was going on and why we did the move we did. You know, some people didn't get what we were doing. And again, I'm not going to get mad at somebody that says, you know, I thought it was a good move to get rid of Damon Harrison.
I did too.
People didn't. And I'm not going to get mad at somebody that thinks it's not a good move. But when I did the video, I came out and I just did, and you don't think the Giants are going to go 12-4, you're not a Giants fan. You're not a Giants fan. You don't think we're going 12-4. If you don't think we're going 12-4 in the playoffs, you can't root for them. You can't root for the playoffs. And people, when I got the comments, they're like, dude, that's spot on.
Oh,
and
man.
Gangrene Dave's like, do the Ron Effect thing. So.
I see my man Troy came in. We're closing out in a couple of minutes, Troy, but thank you for popping. I actually got to talk to Troy a couple shows ago. Great guy.
Awesome. Yes.
G-Man, have a great night, my man.
Yes, G-Man, thank you for swinging by. Thank everybody for swinging by. Much appreciated. We did start a little late today because I had problems with my damn Skype for whatever reason. I don't know what the hell was going on out there.
And no, Sperm, I didn't think you were bashing Sleater on that call. I didn't think you were bashing Sleater.
Oh. Oh, I missed it. I missed Sperm Cell. I missed that call. I heard a lot of Sperm Cells call. Everyone likes me when I say Stella!
Scott Thomas says this channel is disturbing.
It is. Well, I'm disturbing it.
You get a lot of eggplant emojis. You know, we're very LB.
You get a lot of homosexual references and double entendres and a lot of stuff comes out. Yeah, that's why we have a great chat.
All right.
I want to answer this. True Color says, how would you rate Michael Jordan as a baseball player? Waterboy. No. If you go back and see how much Michael Jordan actually improved from his first year to the second year, he hit 270. He stole like 50 bases.
No.
And yes. Let me pull the stats up.
No, I've looked at the stats. He didn't do that well.
He did.
I'm going to debate you on this one. I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised when you see this. He did not. He improved, but I think he batted still like 240.
Hold on a second.
Somebody just Troy asked me a quick question.
Oh, he only played. I'm sorry. He only played 1 year. I thought he played 2 years.
No, he never did well. He got better as it went along.
That must have been what it was. Maybe it was in the. He did steal 30 bases.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought he played 2 years. So maybe it was the second half of the season. Yeah, he only batted 202. Jesus.
Yeah. But I saw Troy ask me. Troy, I forgot what he just asked. Oh, Mahomes is the MVP. Because the postseason means nothing. Mahomes is the MVP. He asked Mahomes of the field.
Yeah, Mahomes has to win it. I don't see how Mahomes doesn't.
No, he's got. He's gonna win it.
Can you do an Australian accent? Yep, I definitely can. Or come out sometimes and I'll just do it. Sometimes when you have bad games, you just sit there and you talk like this. You say, "Give me your damn Forsters. I need a Forsters. I need a nice mead. I need a nice mead. The party's over."
You guys got to share the story of how you lost your virginity on Friday. Oh man, I mean mine's not too interesting. It's typical, so I don't have an interesting story.
Yeah, it's typical. Got with a girl, did it, lost it.
It's my first real girlfriend. We had sex.
Actually, mine is a little interesting.
Yeah.
Mine is pretty interesting. Mine's off the wall a little bit.
All right, well, let you tell you. Mine's literally as boring as it gets.
Mine's not. Well, I mean, it's not like it's excitable, but it's interesting.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking of. TB Race fan, thank you. 260 in the Arizona Fall League. That's what I was thinking of. That's what I was thinking when I said he hit 270. I can't really do an Italian accent. Well, Indian accent, yeah, I can do a Pakistani accent pretty good. But you know, these are.
He says that
Southern accent? Not really.
Sperm still says I'm going to hell because I had sex before I was married.
We're all going to hell. I'm gonna try. I can't really do a Southern accent. I don't have it in me, man. I can say tar. Like that's what they don't say tire. They say tar.
I'm trying to imagine what it sounds like, the Southern accent. Y'all come back. I don't.
Yeah, y'all come back now. I can't do a Southern accent.
Y'all come back now, you hear?
Have you ever really lived in a trailer? It's got a lot of tars. Got rusty appliances outside my yard. I can't really do one of those. Now, Pakistan, I can do Pakistani very well. You come to my store, I will respect the hell out of you. You don't come in and disrespect me what I do. I smack the head off.
Thank you, come again. Simpsons, right? Thank you, come again.
Yeah, I can't. Pakistani is the one I do. Oh, yeah.
But
I don't know what's going on at this point, Steven. We're warming up for Friday.
Sperm Cell says, say that again.
I know, it's funny as hell.
Are
you or Chris for the Spiders?
What happened?
It's Richmond Spiders?
Are you Chris for the Spiders, Baddog? Oh yeah, I'm trying to think of like a northern, like, because one of my ex-girlfriend's families came from Wisconsin, and they had like this Wisconsin accent, but I'm trying to remember what it sounded like.
Minnesota.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, Minnesota.
Yo, Baddog, Chris, what do you think about the 3-team deal regarding AD, the LA, and Ball going to New York? We talked about that a little earlier, Jamie. I texted Chris earlier today when I found that out because I was excited. I would love to get Lonzo Ball here.
Oh, that'd be fantastic.
I do more Knicks games than Lonzo Ball games.
Can we do a Bostonian accent? I'm going to go pack the cars at the yard. That's my best.
Yeah, pack.
Or
you have to say like Jerry Remy does when he adds an R. Amica Insurance. Amica instead of Amica. Here comes Salt Lamaki. It's crazy. Sody Pop. I should be a voice actor.
A Sody Pop.
There's the two I can do really well are the Pakistan and the Australian. The Australian one, I don't know where I learned how to do that, but I remember going into a store one day. It was a Stewart. I don't know. You don't have Stewart's down there, do you?
Stewart, yeah.
You do?
A pharmacy?
No. It's like a little convenience store. They must be in upstate.
Yeah, I have a Stewart pharmacy on Long Island, but maybe not the same.
So I walk in there, And I don't know. So I go up to the desk and I said to the girl, she goes, "How are you?" Okay. Hey, I said, "I'm doing fine. And how are you? You doing all right? You having a good day?" I said, "Can you give me a couple of these Win for Lifes over there, and I'll take a couple of them loose change, and I'll also have a fat cat. I've got a cat at him. He's a fat boy himself. Like me, fat cat. See, if I'll take that." So then she's like, "Wow, I love your accent. Where are you from?" And I just stop and I go, "New York." Oh. She's like, "Oh my God, you had me going."
Thank you. Come again. There you go, sperm cell. Talk is a
British and Australian are close, and I cannot do a Brit. I can't do a Brit accent.
I can't talk as a woman. I couldn't. My voice is too deep. I couldn't do that.
Yeah, I can't talk as a woman. How the hell do you even talk as a woman?
Yeah.
I can. You want me to nag? Body's Eva. Right.
Crikey.
Crikey. Damn blimey, crocodiles.
Who's your? I know nothing about rap. I don't.
Favorite female rapper? I don't know. Queen Latifah probably. Little Foxy Brown.
Russian accent. I'm trying to think of the movie Rounders. One of my favorite movies. Teddy KGB's got he's got the thick accent at the end. The Russian accent.
Yeah, he does.
You can splash the pot whenever the fuck you want.
Yeah. Yeah. In my club.
Yes. In my club.
He's got alligator blood. He beat me. Pay him. Pay that man his money.
Pay him his money.
He beat me. Straight up. Pay him.
He is arguably my favorite movie character ever. I love Teddy
KGB.
I love him.
I love Rounders.
John Malkovich, when I saw that, I was dying when I saw his character. I'm like, he was so good in that. I mean, that movie's fantastic.
I love that movie. Is phenomenal.
Yeah.
I love that freaking movie. Of course, they got me started playing Hold'em. I think that movie got everyone starting to play Hold'em.
Yeah. We should have a Hold'em stream. We go heads up.
I don't know how the hell we would do it.
You got 2 cards. I got 2 cards.
Where the hell we get the community cards?
I'll deal them and I'll show them.
I forgot what I was gonna say about the poker. Damn.
Sperm Cells wants me to do another thank you come again. Thank you come again.
I can't do a Chinese accent. How do we collab?
I do it.
Skype.
Yeah,
but I give Chris my stream key so we can get on this channel, but he does all the collabs because when I tried it, I had a lot of static. I don't know how the hell to get rid of it, but
yeah, just a brief way. I mean, I don't know if you're a YouTuber, but I bought a monitor, so I have a monitor. I have my laptop. I got OBS, and then I'm able to drag his image onto my monitor, and that's how we stream.
So if I get a monitor and hook it up to my desktop,
yeah,
that'll work.
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah.
I might have to try that.
Chris Baddog, I passed you guys a moderator in my chat. I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Oh, you know what? I always spell collab wrong. Oh my God, I never even realized that. I always spell like well, no, I don't. Because it's collab.
MH says long distance relationships don't usually work.
Yeah, that's okay.
But you know what? A lot of times they probably work better because you don't got to see each other all the time.
That's right. That's right. So you don't have your typical arguments.
Yeah.
You know. Well, Bobby.
Timothy Anderson, fellas, where's the love? This is my 4th time getting. What does he say?
Sorry, Timothy. Go G-Men. Damn right.
Oh, go G-Men. Yeah, there you go, Timothy.
The chat's going by fast, so compilation. William, why won't we say compilation? Pronounce compilation, bad dog.
We're soulmates, Sexy Dog says.
It's a bromance.
Sperm Cell says he may or may not bang Taylor tonight. Well, good luck with that.
Yeah, I didn't even see Taylor in the stream tonight, so maybe he's smashing her face into the keyboard. I don't know. Yeah. You want to start a channel on PUBG? What is PUBG? Scorpio, what is? Are you born in '76 too? So I'm just curious what the '76 is. Goose '76, Scorpio '76.
Yeah, I don't know PUB. I don't even know what that is.
I don't either.
I'm taking. Oh no, we're both taking Patriots. I'm rooting for the Rams.
Yeah, I'm taking the Pats. The Pats. Why does Odell have such an aura of swag beaming? Because he's just got he's swagalicious.
Adam's 76. I don't believe that. Not with that picture.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That must have been a younger days. Oh, the game PUBG like Fortnite. There you go. I don't know what Fortnite is. Well, I do know what it is, but
absolutely,
I don't.
Chris. Love you. Sub that channel up. I don't know. Do you have any content on it yet, Chris? I know you told me you're working on it. Valor Sports and commentary.
Steve the Dirtman. Steve the Dirtman. PUBG is a player underknown battleground.
Oh, it's a Fortnite game? All right.
There you go. See, there you go. I'm old. I don't know what like I said. Oh, I got to tell you though. So little Baddog, I'm still creating a monster. So I have an old Nintendo. It's my favorite gaming system.
I love it.
It's in the bedroom upstairs. It's in the spare bedroom. There's a bed in there, and I usually go in there and I throw all the pillows and the blankets all over the bed, and I usually just throw them on there. And he loves it. He rolls around in it. But I in the blankets and stuff, and I put the game on, and I say to him, I go, he starts looking at the controller, and he wants to take it from me. So I'm like, okay, here, play. So he don't know what he's doing. Man, I'm playing Spy Hunter. You guys probably don't even know what the hell Spy Hunter is.
The name sounds familiar. I can't remember what it was.
It's just a car. There's like no end to it. It's just a car. It gets weapons. You have to avoid other cars knocking you off the road, shooting at you, all this stuff. Can't run into them. You die. So then you have a time game. You get like one life. But he's playing. So now, almost every day when I bring him home, Daddy, play. Daddy, play. He takes my hand. He brings me in that room. Daddy, play. So he wants to play frickin' video games.
You know what? You got him started early.
I did.
And you know what's funny is...
it also says, where's the tablet?
Really?
Where's the tablet?
Well, all my friends who have kids, they're all on their cell phones by 2.5, 3 years old. They know everything.
My kid loves the damn cell phones.
Yeah, they know everything. But
I mean, look at him. He tries to hog the camera down here. See him?
He wants to be a YouTube spot.
He's going to be.
Yeah.
My wife said you ought to make a little video every week playing with or playtime with little Baddog.
But I was gonna say, I remember playing Nintendo as a kid, and I could never beat Mario Brothers. And I played it like 3 or 4 years ago. I beat it in like 10 minutes.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, what the hell? I was like, what the hell?
I got so good at that I used to hang off my bed upside down and play it.
Really?
The Hammer Brothers are always a pain in the ass in the Super Mario Brothers, but I get really good at that. There was very hard Nintendo game, way harder than Super Mario Brothers.
Oh,
Ghost of Goblins,
yeah.
forget it. No, actually, William, I'd never say that because a lot of young people are they're a big part of my streams, and I love that. I like, but when they talk about Fortnite, obviously, I'm not gonna know what it is. That's all I say. I'm old. I don't know what the hell that is.
And,
just like they don't know what the hell Spy Hunter is.
I just want to say before I miss it, Chris, absolutely, I'll be the first YouTuber on your channel. Thank you for the invite. Just let me know when. Kid Blue says, hey guys, who is your favorite Giants defensive player currently on the roster? BJ Hill for me.
I don't have one.
Yeah.
Probably
maybe Lorenzo Carter.
I like Lorenzo Carter.
Yeah. He's got a higher upside.
No, Minecraft, no. I might do a Legend of Zelda. I would watch Zelda stream Goose. Zelda's my favorite game of all time.
Zelda's another game. Zelda's another game I could never beat when I was a kid.
It's a tough one.
I remember the gold, it was gold, right, the game?
Yes.
Yeah,
yep.
I remember that, yeah.
Baddog react to the Oh Yeah Yeah song. I don't even know what the hell that is. What the hell any of this stuff.
This is how old we are, for kids that are watching. For us to get our games to work back in the day, you blew on it. Remember you blew on the cartridge?
I still have to do it. I have those cartridges. That's what I got to do.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that.
and you actually rented games from a video store. We had video stores. You rented VHS tapes. Yeah. It was like $2.99 a week.
Yeah, and remember the pain in the ass. Remember the pain in the ass having to rewind it before you brought it back?
Yes. Be kind, please rewind. Yes. Scorpio 76. Oh, so you're not born in 76 if you're 48, but okay, but yeah, you get it. I mean, I'll be 43, so I do have an NES emulator. Adam, on my Wii, I have the virtual console, but I do have, because there were certain games I couldn't buy on the virtual console that I wanted, like Rygar. I freaking loved Rygar, so I had to buy the little thing for it. But I do have an emulator. You used to be able to play it on the computer. It doesn't allow you to do that anymore. I mean, if I looked, I could probably find one.
Yeah.
Baddog buy me V-Bucks. I don't know what V-Bucks are. Baddog buy me diamonds. What the hell's going on here?
I never played Rygar.
Yeah, Rygar was a good one. I like the music to it, man.
I played a lot. I'm trying to remember the. I remember played Rocketeer. I played a lot of games. I just can't remember. They actually have in Brooklyn by me. They have a there's one in Brooklyn. There's two in the city. They have a bar. It's called Barcade. So you go in there. It's like a full bar, and then they have all the old arcade games you could play.
Nice. They have Super Pac-Man. That was one of my favorites.
They got Pac-Man. They got the Simpsons.
No, Super Pac-Man.
I don't know if it's Super Pac-Man.
Yeah.
They got the Simpsons video game, which is the first one I remember playing.
They
got all the old school games, but it's a cool bar.
I'm reading these. I'm reading Mega Man 2. Loved Mega Man 2. The music in Mega Man 2 was phenomenal. Castlevania, yeah, I loved Castlevania. I have Castlevania for
you ever play, this is a little after this generation, but you ever play Star Fox?
No.
No, that was a Super Nintendo game.
Yeah, I had Sega Genesis, so I didn't have Super Nintendo.
I had both, but...
Did you? Dr. Mario, I actually have that cartridge. Mike Tyson's Punch-Out.
Oh, classic.
Contra, yep, Ninja Gaiden. That's a really freaking tough game. NES Collection Football. The best football game ever is Tecmo Super Bowl. I don't care what anybody says.
Oh, that was the best. Bo Jackson every time.
Best one. Best ever. The first football game to keep statistics for an entire season.
Yeah.
Kept your stats. Coolest thing ever. Metroid, I love Metroid to death. Donkey Kong, all that crap. I grew up with all of it. I mean, it was just great. The Konami games are always my favorite. Your Russian Attacks, your Jackals, your Gradiuses.
Yeah.
And all of them had up, down, left, right, BA, select, start. That was your 30 free guys. There's your codes. I love Nintendo. It's still, I mean, that's really, I have an Xbox here, but I never played. I play Nintendo.
That's your go-to. You're old school. You're old school.
I am. My nephew, he's actually 21 in a couple months, but probably.
I just want to say goodnight to Caesar. Just say goodnight.
All right, Caesar. Have a good night, my man. Yeah, this is probably 8-9 years ago. He would get a game for Xbox, beat it the same day. So I said to him, I go, you think you're good at video games? I popped in Castlevania. I said, play that. Couldn't get past the first board. Games were way, way tougher.
That's
much tougher. They weren't as long, but they were tougher.
Yeah, I know, you're right. There was only like 6-7 levels, but it was tough.
And I'll tell you what, the graphics compared to now, I mean, they're nothing. Kids will look at this and go, who the hell would play this? But compared to what I had growing up, the freaking Atari, Nintendo, to go from 4-bit graphics to 8-bit graphics.
And then 16 with the Sega, then they had the 32X Sega.
Yep.
64, obviously the N64.
Yep.
I loved Nintendo 64. That was probably my favorite gaming system.
Yeah, my favorite gaming system is definitely NES. RBI Baseball, another one. RBI Baseball. No Yankees in that game, though. That always ticked me off. But Baseball Stars, I loved that.
Mortal Kombat, that's a good one.
Mortal Kombat, I used to just own the arcade. I was so good at Mortal Kombat, I could sit there for an hour or two. People trying to beat me couldn't beat me.
Who was your guy? Scorpio?
I used them all.
Yeah.
I used them all. I was good with every one of them because they all had counters to somebody's move. So I'd always let them pick first. And I was like, all right, I'm going to take this guy because I knew. Like with Raiden, when he would do the flying thing, he'd bounce off you. So I'd use Liu Kang, who did the flying kick. That was a huge move. Or if they picked Johnny Cage, I'd always pick Sonya because Johnny Cage had two things. He had the shadow kick and he had the crotch punch. Well, when you use Sonya, he would just go down because she has no hooks. So he just went down. So it took his second move away.
That's incredible. That's incredible that you put that much thought into that.
I did because I could put in a quarter and I could be there for 2 hours.
That's crazy.
It was. Sub-Zero. Well, the big thing with that compared to Street Fighter wasn't bloody. Mortal Kombat brought in fatalities and big-time violence.
Yeah, you used to cut people's heads off and all that, yeah.
Yeah, great. But Raiden was my favorite guy. Raiden was my
I always did with Scorpio. I think I didn't. I just played for fun. I didn't know all the the advantages and all that. I just like Scorpio.
Missile Command. Oh my God, that's an old school one right there.
Street Fighter, of course, was great. Yeah.
Yeah. Double Dragon. That was big time when it came out.
San Francisco Rush was. I remember playing that as a kid. That was a popular car game, and then Cruising USA.
So going back to Nintendo, RC Pro-Am was a good one for Nintendo. Yeah, old school's guts me.
Yeah, we got off topic, James.
Yeah, we did.
We did. I never played E.T. I didn't know that was a video game.
Oh God, yeah, for Atari.
Oh, really?
Horrible.
I never had an Atari. Never had an Atari.
Well, you would. That was long gone before you were born.
Yeah.
I had one when I was 6. I think I got it in 1981. The Atari games, Jungle Hunt was great. Joust. Hell else I play? Venture. Combat sucked. That came with it.
One of my favorite games ever is actually GoldenEye is one of my all-time favorite games.
Crash Bandicoot was really good. I really liked Crash Bandicoot.
Pitfall, yeah.
Pitfall was good.
The Simpsons is my favorite arcade game ever. I love the Simpsons arcade game.
Yeah?
Yeah, love it.
Yeah.
Not a video, not with the control, but actually at an arcade.
Yeah, that was me. It was Mortal Kombat. That was my or NBA Jam. I loved
NBA Jam was great. Yeah.
NBA Jam was the best. He's on fire. My grandma won $500 playing casino. She gave me $100 to try to get a Kobe Bryant jersey. Yeah, that's awesome.
Hopefully you get it.
Yeah, it'd be great. I wish I could win $500 in a casino. That'd be pretty awesome.
Yeah, that's probably about the most.
Tomorrow, we're going to be on Mustard Bus's channel tomorrow, both of us.
Yeah.
We're going to be on Mustard Bus's channel. So you
want
want
to sub them up?
Yeah, sub up Mustard Bus. Frogger, oh my God, Adam. Frogger, yeah. I remember Frogger. He used to agitate the hell out of me.
Frogger? Yeah.
Frogger. Boom shakalaka, that's right.
Yeah, GoldenEye was amazing, Stephen Pazienza. That's probably my all-time favorite video game.
What's that?
GoldenEye.
Oh.
And
Track and field, I remember that.
What did you prefer? What did you prefer, Duck Hunt or the Clouds? When you shot the Clouds? Remember when you got Mario, it came with Duck Hunt.
Yes.
And then you also had the Cloud Shooter. You had both.
Actually, the one didn't come with Duck Hunt.
Oh, really?
I just got the one with Mario.
Oh, okay. I
didn't get the Duck Hunt one. Oh, because one of them came with freaking Gyromite. Game was stupid as hell. It had a robot that moved things and drive. It was the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. Pole position, I remember pole position. Rad Racer was better though. What time for Mustard Bus? About 9:45, Arthur.
Yeah, same time as it's supposed to be tonight. My favorite shooter game is either going to be Halo or GoldenEye. Those are my two favorite shooter games.
Okay, now we're going way back. The Gambler says Spy Hunter at the arcade was a shit, so he knows Spy. Qbert, I remember playing in the arcade back in about 1982, 83 with the Pac-Mans and the Kicks. You guys remember Kicks? Where you drew the lines and had to avoid that electric current that was going through the screen and you had to color the board? You guys remember that at all?
Wow.
Yeah. This is what I had. Pong!
Wow. Spy Hunter at the arcade. Yeah, I don't go this far
Karate
back.
Champ. Gambler's my age, so he gets Karate Champ. Jesus. I don't remember Pac-Man Plus. I remember Super Pac-Man. I remember Baby Pac-Man.
Didn't they make a Mrs. Pac-Man?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a lot more fun because the boards changed colors. And the fruit actually moved.
He said, Chris Dardo says, I was probably the guy blowing guys up with the mine on the 007 and watch. Or did you? I was more of the sniper guy, actually. Once in a while, I put like the 300 mines in the room and watch them all blow up, but I was more of the sniper guy.
I definitely remember Defender. I remember Zaxxon. Defender was fun. Space Invaders, Millipede, Centipede, all that crap.
And of course, I know you said you didn't have Super Nintendo, but I loved the Donkey Kong, not the race game. What Mario Kart?
Mario Kart.
Yeah, Mario Kart.
Yeah.
That's one of my all-time favorite games too.
Thicky 500. Who is Thicky 500? Like I see him and I don't know who it is because like Philly 500 has a guy and I just
and they always seem to come in together from what I
they
noticed.
do, but Philly 500 hasn't been here tonight.
Yeah.
Dig Dug was awesome. I love the Dig Dug. Bad dudes. You get the code, get 63 free guys.
How about I'm just thinking of games. How about Paperboy?
Paperboy is the most frustrating freaking game I ever.
When you had to throw it in the mailbox.
Mad at it, dude. I'd swear at it. I'd throw the cartridge. I
love Paperboy. I wasn't good at it either, but I loved it.
I hate
and
Revenge. I never even understood how to play that, Adam. Mappy, William. I loved Mappy. I used to play it at Chuck E. Cheese when I was a kid. My wife loves the game Mappy. I actually have it on the Virtual Console for the Wii. She loves Mappy. She
I
actually
don't even know what that is.
Play Mappy for Kevin. He might want to play Mappy. I said that's the Super Nintendo, or the Wii. I have to hook all the crap up. He says I want to know who the Entertainah Talkin porn is. I know who that is.
I remember Echo the Dolphin video game. I remember getting it. I didn't play it that much, but
that was a Sega Genesis game.
Yeah.
I'll tell you a couple games that suck for Nintendo.
Great call, Gambler. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle was a great arcade game. Great call. I was always Donatello.
Donatello had the quarterstaff, right?
Yeah.
See, I was always Leonardo. I like the sword.
Yeah.
Raphael sucked. That thing had no. It was right next to him. It had no length. The side. It had no length.
What are you talking about with Donatello?
No, Raphael.
Oh yeah. Oh, with the
no
yeah
length.
yeah. I would never use him. And same thing with Michelangelo with the nunchucks.
Nunchucks, yeah. Well, I just don't know any conspiracy theories, crazy mofo. I don't know any of them. That's what I said, Adam. They were way harder back then.
Yeah, that's exactly, Steve. To me, those are the two best arcade games ever: The Simpsons and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Because it allowed you to play with 3 other people.
And it was like 3D. It was the first time I think that they had, because everything used to just be a straight line. With like The Simpsons, you could move around, and it was the same thing with the Ninja Turtles.
Gauntlet's another one, Gambler, where you could use more people. More than one. Mind-boggling's in the house.
Mayo? I hate mayo. I wouldn't put mayo on anything, let alone pizza.
Yeah, we both hate mayo.
Yeah.
Mayo's nasty. Games that suck for Nintendo. Friday the 13th, terrible.
Never played that.
God, Jaws.
I can't even imagine that.
So bad. They were
like,
awful.
how do you make a video game about Jaws? Like, it's just a shark. Like, how does that work?
They used to. Every game named after a movie was terrible. Back to the Future was terrible. Friday the 13th was terrible. Jaws was terrible.
But they knew people would buy it, so they don't care.
Because it's the game. E.T. was terrible.
Yeah. It's so funny how, like, a stupid idea like a Paperboy could keep me, hours of my life I spent playing that.
How about Tetris?
Yeah, Tetris, same thing.
Pac-Man. They're all mindless.
Yeah, you're right.
Ghostbusters. Right. They all suck. Karate Kid. There you go, Gambler. Another one. Karate Kid. Horrible. Just Sonic the Hedgehog, David. I loved that.
Sonic the Hedgehog was great. Sonic and Knuckles.
That was a fantastic game.
Remember Sonic and Knuckles?
Yes.
Yeah.
If you couldn't save back then. Remember pausing? Yes, KD Wolf. Yes, I do.
That was
I
the worst.
do remember pausing it during the TV off because you couldn't save. I absolutely remember with Mylon's Secret Quest or whatever it was. I remember pausing it because I actually you would get to a part where you finally had. Yeah, I remember doing that, man. That's crazy.
That was the worst when you would when you pause it and then you'd come home and it'd be turned off. And then obviously the dial-up connection. I remember that as a kid, where I'd be on AOL and my mom would pick up the phone and would knock me offline.
Yep. Yes. Yeah, I remember all that stuff, man. Best Nintendo system. P4P. I don't know what that is. P for P?
Super Mario Brothers 2 sucked, I thought. I thought 3 was incredible, 1 was really good, 2 sucked.
Yeah, 2 is way different.
Yeah.
The one thing I'll say with Super Mario Brothers 2, I got really good at the slot machine. I could always get 3 cherries.
Yeah.
I timed it perfectly.
3 is actually my favorite. I like 3 better than 1.
Kid Icarus is another one, Gambler. I loved Kid Icarus. It's one of my favorite games of all time. All three of those you put up there, I love all three of those. All three of them.
I don't know if I was as good as Baddog at sports, Chris. I was a pretty good athlete. I played high school baseball. I actually pitched against Prince Fielder when I was 12 years old in a Little League tournament.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I was a great athlete. I was an incredible bowler. I mean, I was a great bowler, and I was a really good track runner. Very average at baseball. Football, not really good. I was undersized football. But those are the four sports I played. Average baseball, I like I said, I was an extremely good bowler. And I was really good at track. Those I excelled at. Because they didn't take any physicality.
Yeah. My two best sports were baseball and basketball when growing up.
Yeah, well, Sexy Gordon, if I was built like this when I was in high school and ran a 4.48 40, I would have had a college scholarship. There's not a doubt in my mind. If you're 6 foot 200 pounds and you could run like that, you're going places. But I was 120 pounds. You're not going anywhere.
Yeah, I was about 130 pounds in high school.
Yeah.
But it's late. It's 12 o'clock.
It is.
Yeah, we went later than I thought we were gonna.
Yes, we did. Get off track. This is what happens.
Yeah. But I had a great time. We are gonna be back tomorrow on
Mustard
Bus's channel. So go over there, sub them up, and then Friday night, you're not gonna want to miss it. We'll be back on my channel for the nonsense talk. So
and Chris is gonna drink his bottle of Crown.
I think I'm going with beer, but I'll drink a 6-pack. I got work the next day, but I'll go through a 6-pack.
He's got to get a little buzz. We got to see Buzz Entertainah.
All right, guys.
Buzz bug last time.
What just happened there? You just fell off again. There you go. Okay, but yeah. Thank you for having me on, Baddog. Looking forward to tomorrow and Friday.
Absolutely. So again, guys, thank you for joining the stream. Thanks for hanging with us tonight. Did run late. We started late. You guys are the best. We love you. Hope to see you tomorrow night on Mustard Bus's channel and definitely Friday night on the Entertainah's channel as we talk nonsense. Y'all have a good night. We out. Peace.
Have a good night, Chris. You told me to say good night to you. Have a good night, Chris.